Well, hello! It has definitely been a while since I last made a video, and I wanted to get on and kind of update you on what's been happening. So, summertime, Allison got out of school on June 1st, and since then it's kind of been like just a whirlwind of things. I've been rethinking my life and what I want to do. Like, everything is fine. I just want to say that right now. But this video is just to kind of update you on what's been happening because I've been missing for a little while. Just to kind of shed some light on that, and then where I plan on going with my life and business for the foreseeable future. So again, everything is fine. I really have missed you guys. Making videos has honestly been one of the most rewarding but challenging things that I've done in my business so far. Putting myself out there on camera, like, I'm a huge introvert. I am not really a people person, so putting myself out there, it's been really challenging, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. As far as where I've been, I've mentioned something about this probably back in January, and I may have mentioned it a few times since then, but I'm a blogger first and foremost. I started my blog back in 2015, so it's been like 8 years, which is insane to me. So a blogger first and foremost. My job basically is to write blog posts, mostly recipes and helpful tips on food and recipes, just food things in general. And to be transparent, blogging is my main source of income. And that income was dropping a little bit because I wasn't very active with the blog. I was maybe doing 1 or 2 posts per month, and not really advertising or anything. I was putting more effort into videos and like my other real life business, which is all good things. I really wanted to focus on one thing at a time. At the end of December, I typically sit down and make out my plan for the year. For a while now, I've been making a word of the year and setting that as kind of the backbone of the entire year. Everything that I do is based on that word. So the word for 2023 is intentional. And I was thinking about that all in December. Like, I need to be intentional in all aspects of my life, but especially my business. If my attention is scattered on 5 different things, then I can't be my true self. I can't be the best version of myself. If I focus on one thing at a time, then it's going to be so much better for me and for you guys. So I decided that since my blog income was kind of dropping a little bit, I was going to focus the first 6 months of the year on the blog. Now, I use a tool called Rank IQ. It's for bloggers, and this person goes and finds like all these keywords that I can write about. Things that maybe people aren't searching for very often, or maybe they are searching for it, but there's not a lot of information out there to help them. So I thought it'd be interesting to try to write blog posts based on those keywords. So using that particular tool for the first 6 months of the year. I made it my goal to write 96 blog posts from January through June. I chose 96 because this particular tool allows me 16 searches per month on one of its higher plans. So I figured, okay, I can write 16 blog posts per month. That's 4 a week. So between January and June, that's 96. And that was definitely more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I mean, writing 1 blog post is one thing, but trying to write 4 in 1 week, I had to really get creative with my time and learn how to like batch cook, batch record, and even like batch write. So I would sit down and just dedicate 2 hours or so just to writing. So on one day I would outline each post, and then the next day I would get to the highest ranking on those posts, and then the next day I would add in all the images and the links, and then finally schedule them. So it really was a 3 or 4 day process to get all 4 of those posts scheduled. So because of that, I kind of dropped the ball on the videos. I wasn't posting as many, and then finally back in May, I got a little overwhelmed. Then I just completely stopped posting. Probably should not have done that. Should have given you some sort of a warning, but just I got overwhelmed and I said I need to finish these blog posts, and that's kind of what I did. I had also realized during this past month or so that the videos really no longer reflected who I am. I've been doing some soul searching during the past maybe year or so. I think I may have mentioned this. Well, I know I mentioned it sometime last year, but I don't know how much I have been talking about it recently. But last June, so it's been about a year now, I was diagnosed with ADHD. And after that happened, like everything made so much sense to me. I originally went to the doctor because I just felt overwhelmed with everything. Things like emptying the dishwasher. So emptying the dishwasher seems like it's only one step, right? But in reality, it's like 5 different steps because you have to put away the silverware, and then you have to gather up all the same types of plates and put those away. Then you have to get all the different types of storage containers and stack those up and put those away. And then measuring cups, all that stuff put together, just thinking about it made me go crazy, basically. So I went to the doctor to try to figure all of this out, and I had done research. I knew what ADHD was, and taking the online quizzes, those are totally accurate, right? They all said, you might have it. So going to the doctor, I was officially diagnosed, put on medication, and it has really, really been helping. So medicated for that, plus I have found other tools to kind of help me out as well. But what I realized after this diagnosis was that basically the way that I lived was changing too. So I did a lot of budget meal videos back in the day, a couple years ago or so. I did a lot of Dollar Tree meals, trying to eat on a budget as best as we could. Those are all good things. I loved making the Dollar Tree meal videos. I liked eating on a budget, trying to eat for as cheaply as possible. It was all great. And then back in February of this year, we paid off our house. I was trying to update you guys or off and on my other channel, and then I just stopped making updates because it was honestly really boring, the process we were going through. So anyway, we paid off our house. We are completely debt free. We are what's called in baby step 7 if you follow the Dave Ramsey baby steps. So we don't owe anybody any money. So because of that, we no longer need to eat on a strict budget. I mean, of course, we still have a budget, and I don't go over it, or I try not to, but we don't have to be super, super careful with our money like we had to in the past. And in fact, we just raised our grocery budget to $125 a week instead of $100 a week for a family of 3. So it went from $400 a month to about $525, which depending on where you live, that could be super high of a budget, or it's what are you doing that's super, super low? I don't know. And then I realized that trying to make super strict budget meals wasn't fitting in with my lifestyle anymore. And I love making those for you guys, and I might continue to do a couple of them in the future, but the thought of doing all of that honestly stresses me out. And it could be the ADHD, it could just be, I don't know. But I have learned a lot about myself in this past year. For example, all those dinner recipes that I record, put into videos for you guys, I can no longer record videos during dinner time. I did that in the past and realized it just stressed me out because when I was recording the videos, I was hungry. And when you're hungry, you can't think straight, at least for me. So I didn't do my best work when recording videos during dinner time. So I learned that mornings are basically my golden hour. I have the most energy in the mornings. So if I were to record some sort of a dinner recipe, I'm going to record those in the mornings now. I have the energy for it, I have the time for it, and you can always heat it up for dinner, and plus it just kind of takes the stress off of cooking in the evening. So I don't do that every single day, but I do that when I make those dinner recipes. I also found a system for tracking my life and tracking all my business things, and then I'll go over that in a different video, but I'm finding all these different systems to kind of help me get my brain organized, get my life organized, and I'm doing a whole lot better. Okay, so what is changing? Now, I did say that I was writing 96 blog posts between January and June, and it was June 30th when I wrote published blog post number 96. So I hit my goal. All 96 are done. And so now I get to wait for it all to enter Google's system, for people to find these posts while searching. That will equal more blog traffic, which will it means more income as well. So during this process, I decided that this summer, I'm going to dedicate these 3 months or so to basically overhauling my entire business model, like who I serve. For a while there, I was writing and making videos for people who are really trying to eat on a strict budget. How cheap can I make meals, and how can I make them cheap and still healthy at the same time? It's a really good thing to do, but I am no longer focusing on budget meals and women who are on a budget. Now, I am writing and making videos for women with ADHD or women who are just overwhelmed with the whole meal planning process. So like they know they need to eat healthier, they know kind of what to do, but putting the whole process together, it just makes them very overwhelmed. And I feel really good about this because that's me. So I'm basically writing to myself. If I can show myself how to eat healthier and how to meal plan and make healthier food without getting overwhelmed, I can then pass that on to you guys. I know there's a lot of you out there, and I do say women, but there's a lot of men that watch too. This definitely benefits you too. I will be showing more healthy pre-packaged options. So like frozen dinners, other like pre-packaged meals like rice, the microwave rice, things like that are really easy to just put in the microwave and eat. And then like pre-chopped produce or frozen fruits and vegetables. And then the fact that there is no shame in any of that. I learned very quickly that if I spend a little bit more money on like convenience foods, but it saves my sanity, then that extra money is worth it. I will also not be doing any more online nutrition coaching. So I do coaching in real life as well. So I work at a wellness center where I teach fitness classes. I am also their nutrition coach. And I realized that trying to put my focus or split my focus between online here on YouTube and then that real life business, it meant I was getting nowhere. So again, the word intentional, I am scaling back on the online side of coaching and putting all of that effort onto the other real life side of coaching. As far as the blog and YouTube go, I am committed to writing 2 blog posts per week. So I had mentioned that website Rank IQ that I was using to get 16 different keywords per month. Well, they have a lower plan that I can get 8 searches per month. So I'm scaling down from 16 posts per month to 8, which is only 2 per week, which is very, very doable. So I'm doing 2 blog posts per week, and then I'm going to do 2 videos per week as well. And one of them will most likely still be the grocery hauls. I don't know if you guys enjoy watching them. A lot of it's the same every single week, so I don't know if it's boring for you, but let me know if you still want to see those grocery hauls. And then the other video is going to be maybe a roundup of some of my favorite recipes. It will be like maybe a single recipe post or like an easy meal prep session, something that revolves around helping overwhelmed women eat healthy. I'm also going to be creating some new free resources for all of you. So things like a meal planning template for people who just get overwhelmed, different tips on how to make a meal plan for the week and how not to forget anything, like either on your menu or your grocery list, because that happens to me all the time. Now, my question for you is, with all this in mind, what is it that you guys want to see? Like, I still want to help you and write for you as well. Do you want to see more healthy meal ideas? Do you like the grocery hauls? Do you want to see more videos on how I deal with my ADHD and all that overwhelm? Like, let me know. And if any of the things that I do can help you, I want to get that out to you. And I realize that a lot of you have followed me for the Dollar Tree meals. And I have to apologize. I don't know if I'm going to do any more. If I do, it might be maybe a couple times a year. I don't know. So I'm totally okay if you guys want to unsubscribe from me. That's totally fine. If you still want to stick with me, I really appreciate it. Thank you for all of your patience during this past month or so. I've been rambling for like 18 minutes, so I'm sorry about that, but thank you for sticking with me throughout this entire time as I'm rambling and just kind of updating you on all the life stuff. So the blog post and video updates should be starting next week, so you should be seeing more of me here in the next week or so. Throughout the whole summer, I'm slowly changing like my tagline and my profile picture. We just got family photos done a couple of weeks ago, including a professional headshot. So hopefully you'll get to see my pretty face with my short hair instead of that super long hair that I haven't had since like 2019. So I'm looking forward to what's to come. Hopefully you guys are too, and I appreciate all that you have done, whether it's watching my videos, commenting, sharing them with others. It is all very much appreciated, and I hope you will stick with me in the foreseeable future. So I'm gonna go maybe get started on some new videos and blog posts. So you all take care. I love you so much, and I will see you all later.